Mel Robbins says let them. I'm Scottish and we say fuck them. And the second you stop abandoning yourself, your whole life changes. I've coached thousands and thousands of women over the last 8 years who didn't have trust issues. They had self-abandonment issues. By the end of today's walk and talk, you'll have 6 steps to never abandon yourself in relationships ever again. So where do we start then? Step number 1, knowing yourself. This full journey, which we call healing, or if you're here and you've been following me and the main man Rambo for a while, this is what we call your self-respect era, journey. The journey where you become unapologetically you is about building that relationship with the most important person, which is you. The woman who no longer abandons herself in love, who no longer sacrifices her needs, the woman who stands up for herself and speaks her truth, the woman who has a voice. This is what this journey is about. It's about getting to know yourself at depth. And one of my favourite quotes says, you only understand people at the depth of which you understand yourself. And that's why we've had so many problems and issues with people fall throughout our life, is because we don't quite know ourselves. We have the depth and understanding of ourselves as a puddle. And our full job is to have the depth of the seabed. And how many times across your life have you been banging your head against a brick wall, thinking, this guy, this person, this family member, they just do not get me. They do not understand me. And you get so frustrated, angry and overwhelmed that you're like, why? Why does this person just not get it? They don't get it. And it's because of that. They have the depth of a damn puddle. They don't understand themselves, their wounds, their triggers, their programming. How are they going to understand you? They're not. And our full journey is this. Bringing some depth and awareness to how our program has shaped us, our feelings, our behaviours, our thought processes. And you might be thinking, Stuart, how the hell do I start getting to know myself? How do I start the process of this self-respect journey, this era where I say these words, no thank you, and of course fuck off. And it starts with awareness of the wound, the self-abandonment wound. Asking yourself why, or where has this originated from? Where has the self-sacrifice, where has it originated from? That's the key question. And one of the things I do with my clients, all my clients, first and foremost, is get them on a timeline. Reverse engineer their life, because that is where all the answers lie. The answers lie within. The answers lie within your life experiences. They don't lie in a self-help book. They don't lie in Slimming World. They don't lie in a personal training course, whatever it may be. They lie in your past. And the very first prominent landmark I take them to is their childhood. And we start to work through how that has shaped them. And how I call it is the good, the bad and the ugly. And there's a few key questions I ask them here. I ask them, what's the one thing you wish you heard more of as a child? The most popular answers that come up are, I love you, I'm proud of you, you are safe, you are enough. And then I ask them, when did you first learn love leaves you? And I'll repeat that again. When did you first learn love leaves you? So you're born into this world of pure, authentic soul, untouched. You open your eyes, and then your caregivers, whoever they are, mum, dad, whoever's there, they take control. They give you your name, which you didn't choose, and then they teach you how to speak, how to walk, how to behave. And in this environment growing up, when we're learning and getting programmed, Some of us get conditioned with confidence. Some of us get the confidence conditioned right out of us. For the majority of us, like myself and you, is we get a little bit of both. And this is what I want to ask you. Were you the good girl growing up? You had to perform for approval. Or were you the fixer? You had to speak up to keep the peace within the household. Or were you the little soldier? You had to be the strong one, not show vulnerability. You had to stay quiet to keep the peace. So step number one is I learned self-abandonment long before I started dating. Step number two, accept yourself. This is the part we make peace with the voice that neglected us. That little voice in our head who says, we're not good enough. You are fat, you are ugly. You don't deserve to be loved because you are too broken. This is the part where you go, I see you. Firstly, you pinpoint it. You pinpoint it and go, whose voice is that in my head who's been running the damn show all my life? And when we start to surface that answer, which is most likely your mum, your dad, a bully within school, a teacher, then we can start to go, I see you. I see you. I know it's you, it's been causing havoc all through my life. And this acceptance part is so good because you realise I'm not broken. That's not my voice. That's some arsehole from my timeline who's conditioned me. Conditioned me not to believe in myself. Conditioned me to doubt myself. And that is powerful because we go, I see you. You're not running the show anymore. This is me. This is my time. This is my self-respect era. I'm going to lead the way. And anytime you rear your ugly fucking head in here, I'm going to say these magic words. Not today, sunshine. No thank you. And get yourself to fuck. And that is it. That is where we start to accept ourselves. We start to look back in our past and go, wait a minute here. I've been running on a self-abandonment one. I've been running on voices within my head that are not even my voices. So I'm no longer going to blame myself. I'm no longer going to shame myself. And I'm no longer going to feel guilty for things that I may be ashamed of in the past or things that have happened to me in the past. Because I know that voice has not been my voice. But today, I take responsibility. And that's the key part. We take responsibility for the voice in here and we start leading that voice. So accepting yourself means one thing. The voice isn't yours. It's being conditioned there. And it's simply put, I hear you, I ain't following you anymore. Step number 3, love yourself. Yes, love your damn self, man. Do you know, if we don't love ourselves, we'll never be able to receive or give love from a place of authenticity. And this is where I see so many women stuck on their healing journeys. And that's what I'm going to call it, a healing journey. Because they jump straight to this stage. They think punishing themselves with a diet, with signing up for a personal trainer, with doing meal prep every bloody Sunday night, with punishing their body, punishing the way they look, punishment. They try and punish this way into loving themselves. And they think, why do I still feel empty? Why do I still feel worthless? And self-love isn't adding more things, it's not punishing yourself. Self-love is subtraction. Self-love is taking things away. Taking things away in your life that are causing you mental and emotional chaos. And let me explain. Self-love is subtracting the habits that are holding you back. The junk food, the alcohol, the wine, the abandoning yourself on a Saturday night for a 2 AM text message. It is subtracting all the bullshit within your life. It's taking all that away. And when you peel all the layers away, fuck me, man, life looks a lot different. So loving yourself is simply taking away every single habit that is having an impact on your self-worth, your self-esteem, your self-belief. And then once you do that, everything else takes care of itself, man. It takes care of its damn self, so it does. Come on, Rambo son, let's go. Let's take a little breather before we move on to the next 2 steps. And I want to ask you one simple power question. What's one habit that's been quietly telling you you're not worthy of healthy love? Step number 4, self-respect. And every single woman who comes into my shadow circle, my 6 months transformation program, they come in at the stage of abandoning themselves. And this is the stage where they start their self-respect era. Building self-worth, building boundaries. And one of the very first words I ban from their vocabulary, that I subtract from their vocabulary, guess what it is? It is sorry. I hate that word. Do you hate that word, Rambo? Rambo hates that word as well. It's sorry. Sorry is a no-go zone. Sorry is a banned word when you work for me, when you're working with me. No more apologising for being you. No more sorries for being late. No more sorries for setting boundaries. No more sorries for just being bloody me. And I replace it with 3 words. No, which is a full sentence. Thank you. So thank you for your patience. Thank you for your consideration. Thank you for your understanding. And fuck off. And the fuck off is usually to the parasites who come in and out of their lives and cause them mental and emotional chaos. So self-respect is boundaries. It is mastering your words. And the one that you want to master the most is no. No. Not today, sir. No thank you, sir. I ain't going there. I respect my worth, I respect myself. I ain't going to abandon myself for you on a Saturday night because maybe I'm feeling a wee bit of loneliness. No, I can turn that shit down. I know who I am. I'm respecting myself. I don't need to explain to you. I don't need to explain to anyone my decisions and my choices. That is it. That is what we master. We master that big word no. It will change everything within your life. You'll no longer search for validation. You'll no longer accept bloody breadcrumbs. That's what it does. I always remember one of my clients saying to me, Stuart, I've started saying no, and I've noticed a fair few people within my life have disappeared. I've noticed a fair few people are actually getting upset too. And I've also noticed actually some people respect it. And I says that's what happens on the journey. Boundaries aren't rude. They ain't rude. They are necessary. They're necessary for your peace. And they're necessary to affirm to that little girl within you that she is safe and you've got her back. And this is an absolute superpower. Is when you have boundaries, you stop apologising for existence. You start saying no. You start saying fuck off to the disrespect. You walk away. You walk away with empowerment, with worth, with this is me in my unapologetic era. And I let no man, no person, fuck with my peace. Step number 5, improving yourself. Because a woman who is growing is not settling for crumbs, and she's certainly not entertaining or letting the red flags through the radar. She's investing in herself, physically, mentally, emotionally, financially and spiritually. And in these 4 areas specifically, her health, where can I improve myself and make myself healthier and more energetic? In her personal growth, how much more can I learn about myself and understand about me? In her relationships, her family, her friends, her dating life, potential partners. In her career, looking at different avenues to grow, to maybe step away from something that's not quite aligned with who she is now. Maybe it's starting a business, maybe it's doing something like this, using her story as her purpose to help other people. A woman who is improving herself is setting the fucking standard. She is not settling for the dregs. She's not settling for wounded men who cannot see her, who cannot communicate with her, who do not understand her depth. So improving yourself, improve. It's a continuous journey, the self-respect era. The more we level up, the dating pool gets smaller and smaller and smaller, and you're left with a select few people. And these select few people are usually yourself and 1 or 2 amazing people you meet on the journey. And you want to be ready for them. And the reason you'll be ready for them is if you continue to work on you. And I don't mean that you have to get up every day and be getting cold showers in the morning and gratitude lists and all that carry on. You just have to be honest with yourself each day. Honesty breeds respect. Honesty breeds trust. And trust is what we want, innit? We want to trust ourselves on this journey. We want to trust here, the heart, your intuition, when it starts to give you signals. It starts to give you warning signs of anxiety, of there's something off with this person, or that was a red flag. Then we listen to it, we tune into it. We go, I see you, I hear you, and I no longer got to ignore you anymore. So remember, growth, improving yourself, shrinks your tolerance for absolute chaos, and it heightens your bullshit radar. Step number 6, trusting yourself. Self-trust is a byproduct of the last 5 steps I've just walked you through. Awareness of the self-abandonment wound. No longer listening to the voice in the head, but silencing it when it wants to tell you that you're not good enough, or that you're too broken to be loved, or to stay quiet, to keep the peace. Trust happens when you start taking away and subtracting the habit or habits that are damaging your self-worth. It happens when you start respecting yourself and saying these words over and over and over again. No thank you and fuck off to your own bullshit. And a byproduct to that is you no longer put up with disrespect. You're able to walk away from it at the very, very first sign. The very, very first subtle sign indeed. So when all these align, that's when you'll never, ever, ever abandon yourself again. And you'll trust you, and you'll trust the relationship that you've built with yourself. And always remember, that is the most important one. So do you want to see what real life self-trust, self-leadership looks like? That absolute lunatic who's always trying to sabotage me when I'm making these walking talks. Ain't you, Rambo son? There he is. Say hello to the walking talkers, the loyal walking talkers. So welcome back. Welcome back. That is us pretty much wrapped up the 6 steps to never attracting chaos again, which has been epic, innit? It's been an epic 6-part series. Walked you right through from awareness to trust, and having that ability to walk away and not entertain the absolute fucking idiots who try and come in and out of life and causes mental and emotional chaos. And the one thing that Rambo does for me is he grounds me. He grounds me very, very much so, because life can get chaotic. I can be really, really guilty of sabotaging myself. Sometimes at weekends with a wee bit of shite food, a few shandies, or being a workaholic, overworking. And one of the big things about doing this, these walking talks and doing it with him and having him, is he gets me out of the house for some fresh air, for some madness, and to be present. And that's something I want to remind you of, is presence at this time of year, because it is coming up to the chaotic festive season when your nervous system has got to be in overdrive, it's got to be overwhelmed, it's got to be tested and triggered. So look after your environment, your internal environment. Create a little inner haven, sanctuary for that little girl who was abandoned in the past. So you've got somewhere to ground yourself, somewhere to revert or retreat back to if life gets too much, where you go, do you know what, I just need to take a breath, take a breather, take a step back for the madness that's coming up. And what to do is look at your environments at the moment. What's your environments like that you're trying to flourish in? What's your home like? What's your working environment like? What is the environments like that you actually frequent? Because all these external environments and relationships impact you, don't they? They impact your physical, mental and emotional well-being. And we have to protect ourselves. And how we protect ourselves is we can do a little audit of them. Do a little audit. It's something I do every now and again, is just audit. I go, what places or environments are siphoning my energy? Where is my energy leaking? What's taken away from me? What is it in my routine? Where is it I'm visiting? Who is it I'm speaking to? Who is it I'm dealing with that doesn't make me feel good? Who doesn't uplift me? Who doesn't make me feel safe? How can I reframe that? How can I start to let it go? How can I maybe walk away from it and replace it? So your environment, your external environment pretty much, I guess, right, will dictate your internal environment, which then fucks with your choices, your decision making and trusting yourself. Because if our environments are chaotic, innit, we cannot think straight. We're always emotional, we're always triggered, we're always full of anxiety, overwhelm, all the bullshit. And when we've got that bullshit floating about in our external environment, it affects here, the little inner sanctuary, the little place that we want to keep that little boy and that little girl safe, to know that we've got our shit together, that we've got our shit together. So aye, on that note, let's do a little nervous system check-in question. Let's do it, let's get into a little inner sanctuary. And all I want you to do is take a wee moment, a wee pause with me and where is he? Me and the main man there. Nice big deep breath. Go inward. And take 30 seconds here, don't rush it. Take 30 seconds. Where in your body at the moment? Where in your body at the moment is feeling unsafe? Where is the stress building up? Where is the pressure building up? Because our nervous system, that will give us the answers, won't it? It will give us the damn answers that, do you know what, you're living in survival. Come on, man, listen to me. I'm giving you some warning signs here. And we don't want to keep ignoring the warning signs, that's for fucking damn sure. Because when we know the warning signs, eventually something has to give, doesn't it? So listen to it. And that's why I do these check-ins, this nervous system check-in question, is to bring up some awareness to you. Like, wait a minute, it's time to maybe slow down and take a pause, whether that is just for 30 seconds or not. And if you're feeling brave enough, share it in the comments. Share it in the comments and just do it in one word, just summarise it in one word. So it could be that you're feeling maybe stressed, burnt out, heavy, overwhelmed, whatever it may be. Or on the flip side, you could be well and truly in your self-respect era, and you're looking after yourself physically, mentally, emotionally, and that little girl within is feeling safe, looked after, energised. You're reassuring her, you're feeding her safety, feeding her well-being, health, positivity. So what is it? What is it? What is it? What is it? What's the one word? Stick it in the comments and let's get a feeling of where the nervous systems are after the walk. So I've switched up a wee bit to keep it interesting. Steady at the start, we're bringing the nervous system back down to a place of, let's say a place of calm, to see where the energy is now that, well, I guess it's wrapping up. So aye, that's us done, dusted, right, with the 6 steps to never attracting chaos. That's another series down. So I'm 2 series down of these walk and talks, and I'm absolutely loving them. And if you want to go deeper and you want to start this journey, and what I'm calling this journey and what I've started to reframe the language that I'm using and the words that I'm using is self-respect. I'm no longer calling it a fucking healing journey. Healing journey is soft, self-respect, empowerment. We want to be in charge of your shit. We want to be in charge of your shit. And being in charge of your shit and not accepting shit means self-fucking-respect. I am in my unapologetic era, and I take no bullshit for any fucker who walks this planet, because I know my worth, I know my value, and that value is getting fed into me every single day by myself. So if you want to get on that journey, you want to take the first steps like hundreds and thousands of women that have been on it with myself, go to the description, click the link, get yourself sorted for the very, very first step, which starts soon at the start of this coming month, the festive month. Right, get yourself involved in the shadow reset and let's start moving. Right, moving from abandonment, self-abandonment to self-respect. Building yourself up, man. Building every aspect of you up. So that is us done for next week, but these do not stop. It's just one chapter closing, and next week we will be back with a brand spanking new 6-part series, and it's all got to be aimed towards all the fucking madness that's coming up, and I'm going to walk you through it so you don't get into the festive season feeling like, oh shit, I don't want to deal with this bullshit again this year. Right, we've got to be in control of it, and aye, happy days. So I'll stop waffling on constructive shit. I'll go for a wee coffee with Rambo. I'll enjoy the rest of this walk, and see you next Sunday. Hey Rambo, son.